In the most isolated places on the planet, there are communities that seem to defy logic. Villages hidden among cliffs, towns carved directly into rock or settlements, where life continues its course, even when the environment feels almost impossible. Today we're traveling to those corners where many would never imagine people actually live, places so remote. They seem to exist off the map. Tell us what country you're watching from, and get ready to discover 13 destinations that redefine what it means to inhabit the Earth. And just when you think you've seen it all, the next stop will surprise you even more. Number 13. Gásadalur, Faroe Islands. Between green meadows and cliffs overlooking the North Atlantic, Gásadalur appears like a carefully guarded secret home to fewer than 50 residents, and surrounded by a landscape that feels made for quiet contemplation. For centuries, reaching the village required crossing a narrow mountain pass or descending steep paths. Today, a tunnel opened in 2004 allows vehicle access, yet the sense of being at the end of the world remains unchanged. Houses with grass-covered roofs blend into the terrain as if the village were trying not to be noticed, while fog often wraps everything in a calm, almost theatrical stillness. Its most iconic feature is the waterfall that drops straight into the sea. A white line vanishing into blue, turning any walk into a postcard. Exploring here means learning how to observe, listening to the wind, walking without rushing, respecting private property and marked trails, and accepting that the weather sets the rules. And when the ocean teaches you patience, it's time to enter a mountain. Quite literally. Number 12. Kandovan, Iran. In northwestern Iran, at the base of Mount Sahand, Kandovan looks like a village born directly from the earth itself. Its homes carved into volcanic rock rise as natural cones resembling stone chimneys, organic shapes that don't imitate the mountain. They are the mountain. More than 700 years ago, hardened volcanic tuff became walls, ceilings, and shelter. What's most fascinating is that this isn't a staged site. It's a living place with doors, stairways, and passageways all carved by hand. The rock works as a natural thermal regulator, keeping interiors warm in winter and cool in summer, proving that intelligent architecture can also be ancient. Visiting Kandovan means walking through a vertical labyrinth where light filters through gaps and shadows, and where modern life coexists with a centuries-old design without breaking its harmony. Exploration here requires respect and patience, entering only permitted areas, supporting local businesses, and caring for every corner. And if stone felt like the perfect home, imagine now, monasteries suspended atop massive columns. Number 11. Meteora, Greece. In the heart of Greece, Meteora rises above a plain like a forest of stone vertical pillars, reaching up to 400 meters high, crowned by monasteries built between the 14th and 15th centuries. The image feels so improbable it seems like a dream, but as you approach it becomes physical. The air changes sound, sharpens, and the view opens up as if the earth were revealing its hidden architecture. For centuries, access was possible only by rope ladders and nets. Today, there are roads and bridges. Yet the feeling of isolation remains because the landscape commands respect without saying a word. 6 monasteries are still active, preserving frescoes, libraries, and details that seem to resist time with quiet dignity. To explore Meteora, safely proper footwear, clear schedules, and close attention to site rules, especially regarding clothing and photography, are essential. And once you get used to looking upward, we'll change scenery from the Greek sky to the golden edge of the Sahara. Number 10. Aït Benhaddou, Morocco. At the gateway to the Sahara Desert, Aït Benhaddou appears as a jewel of adobe and light, with walls and towers made of mud straw and wood that seem to glow when the sun begins to set. It's a network of narrow streets, courtyards, and passageways that tell stories of caravans and trade routes, when this place was a vital stop between red mountains and sandy horizons. What's remarkable isn't just its beauty, but its coherence. The architecture responds to the climate, and well-crafted mud hardens almost like stone, keeping interiors cool during the day and warm at night. Although many residents have moved to nearby areas, some families still preserve the spirit of the settlement, and the site has also served as a filming location for movies and series due to its timeless look. Explorers fall in love with the details, wall textures, quiet courtyards, and the view from above when the wind settles. And after this fortress of earth, we head to a place where the ocean rules everything. Number 9. Tristan da Cunha, South Atlantic. In the middle of the South Atlantic, more than 2,000 kilometers from any coast, lies Tristan da Cunha, considered one of the most remote inhabited islands on Earth. Of volcanic origin, its cliffs protect an intense green landscape, as if the island were a floating garden surrounded by open sea. Around 250 people live here in a single settlement, Edinburgh of the Seven Seas, a poetic name that reflects the place's unique character. There's no airport. Access is by boat only a few times a year, making any visit a carefully planned expedition requiring patience. Daily life revolves around fishing, livestock, and strong community cooperation. Here, the word neighbor carries real weight because distance demands unity. Exploring Tristan da Cunha also means exploring a way of life. Short routes, windy viewpoints, cautious walks, and absolute respect for local and maritime guidelines. And from this oceanic isolation, we move to a desert miracle where water feels like a real-life mirage. Number 8. Huacachina, Peru. In the heart of the Peruvian desert, surrounded by dunes reaching up to 100 meters high, Huacachina appears as an oasis that feels impossible. Green water reflects palm trees, while traditional style houses stand out against the endless golden sand. Exploring here feels different. Climbing a dune at sunset, watching the wind trace soft lines across the surface, and then descending into a small world apart, as if the desert itself were protecting it. Huacachina also lives through its stories. Many speak of a mermaid legend tied to the lagoon, and that blend of myth and landscape gives the place a cinematic feel without needing exaggeration. With around 100 residents, it keeps a calm, intimate scale. You can walk the entire village, stop without rushing, and understand something simple in an environment like this. Water and shade are priceless. To truly enjoy it, respect is essential. Stick to authorized routes. Protect the lagoon and choose responsible activities that don't damage the dunes. And once the desert offers you that quiet calm, the next destination will take you to a city of earth from another era. Number 7. Supai Village, United States. Deep inside the Grand Canyon, more than 100 meters below its upper rims, lies Supai, a community tied to the Havasupai Nation that has learned to coexist with rock, sun, and silence. Getting there is part of the experience. There are no roads and access is on foot by horseback or via authorized air services. That isolation turns every step into a ritual. Ochre-colored trails, towering canyon walls framing the sky. And as a reward, turquoise waters that look almost hand-painted. Here time isn't measured by clocks, but by distance. Supplies and mail may arrive by mule, reminding us that logistics can also be tradition. For responsible visitors, planning is key: permits, schedules, hydration, and strict adherence to local rules. Because this isn't just a park, it's a living home. And if this canyon refuge amazed you, wait until you see what the Atlantic hides among its cliffs. Number 6. Shibam, Yemen. In the Hadramaut Valley, Shibam rises suddenly as if someone had built a city of towers in the middle of the desert. Its adobe buildings reach up to 30 meters tall and from afar form a striking vertical skyline. That's why it's often called the Manhattan of the desert. But what truly impresses isn't the nickname. It's the idea of building upward using earth, sun, and patience to maximize space and protect against heat. The narrow streets are intentional. They create shade-reduced temperatures and make walking more bearable. Mud, straw, and palm wood aren't poor materials. They're smart solutions that have worked for centuries. Constant maintenance keeps everything standing as wind and climate slowly wear things down. Walking through Shibam feels like stepping into a living architecture lesson. Every corner reminds you that simplicity can also be elegant. Since it's still inhabited, visiting with authorized guides, respecting rules, and moving slowly is essential. You're not just here to see, you're here to feel how a city can rise from the earth without losing its beauty. Number 5. Phugtal Monastery, India. In the remote Zanskar Valley of northern India, Phugtal Monastery, also known as Phugtal, appears to cling to the mountain as if it were part of it. Built into a natural cave at over 3,800 meters above sea level, the first thing you feel isn't loud surprise, but deep calm. It doesn't impress through size, but through how perfectly it fits the rock, as if the cliff itself had protected it for centuries. Reaching it is an experience on its own. Access is on foot along mountain trails that force you to slow down and listen. The wind brushing against stone, the river below your own footsteps. No road drops you at the entrance, which makes arrival feel personal and intentional. Believed to have been founded around the 15th century, it still preserves murals, manuscripts, and Buddhist relics. Silence here doesn't feel empty, it feels supportive. Visiting requires respect and preparation, following authorized routes and ensuring safety. And after this spiritual pause, the journey leads to an Italian village that seems to float above the valley. Number 4. Civita di Bagnoregio, Italy. In the Lazio region, Civita di Bagnoregio sits atop a hill of volcanic tuff, a fragile rock slowly eroded by time, leaving the town seemingly suspended in mid-air. You feel it immediately. To enter, you must cross a long pedestrian bridge open to the landscape where each step separates you from the outside world and eases you into a different rhythm. Once inside, Everything invites you to slow down stone streets, medieval houses, flower-filled balconies, and wide views over the Tiber Valley. This isn't a place to rush or check off a list. It's meant for noticing details. An old door, a window full of plants, soft light touching the walls. Though visitors arrive year-round, only a handful of people live here permanently. That contrast creates a special atmosphere, quiet yet alive. Exploring with care, respecting paths and rules helps preserve what makes this place unique. Civita teaches a simple lesson: nature and history move together. The ground changes and people adapt. That idea prepares us for the next destination, where the air feels thinner and the sky closer. Number 3. La Rinconada, Peru. High in the Peruvian Andes, above 5,000 meters above sea level, La Rinconada is one of those places that makes you ask, do people really live here? And yes, they do. Over 30,000 people have built their daily lives in a city where the air is thinner, the light stronger, and the sky feels closer than anywhere else. Exploring here isn't just about scenery, it's about physical adaptation. The cold demands layers, slower steps, and awareness of your own breathing. Homes cling to mountain slopes and streets wind between peaks, as if the city itself were climbing the world. Life continues despite the harsh environment, driven largely by artisanal gold mining. If you ever plan to visit, preparation is essential. Gradual acclimatization, hydration, proper clothing, and local guidance. La Rinconada isn't a place to rush. It's a place to understand. It teaches a simple truth. Exploration is also humility, patience, and respect. And when you think you've reached the limit, the next stop takes you even farther into the deep cold of Siberia. Number 2. Oymyakon, Russia. In the heart of Siberia, Oymyakon is known as one of the coldest inhabited places on Earth. In winter, temperatures can drop to -60 degrees Celsius, completely reshaping daily life. Here, routines follow the weather, not the clock. Cars are often left running to prevent freezing. Tasks are carefully planned, and the vast white landscape makes silence feel heavier. Still, around 500 people live here year-round. Homes are built on stilts to protect them from permafrost ground that never fully thaws. Food reflects necessity: reindeer meat, frozen fish, and hot soups that restore warmth and energy. One detail puts everything into perspective. Schools only close if temperatures drop below -52 degrees Celsius. Visiting Oymyakon requires more than curiosity. It demands preparation, authorized accompaniment, and strict adherence to local advice. Nature here allows no mistakes, but it offers an unforgettable experience in return. Number 1. Monemvasia, Greece. Off the coast of the Peloponnese, Monemvasia rises as a massive rock over the Aegean Sea, almost like an island with a secret. From the outside, you see only walls and stone, but crossing the narrow bridge that connects it to the mainland feels like stepping into a slower, quieter rhythm of life. Inside, everything encourages unhurried exploration: stone alleys, ancient arches, hidden courtyards, and red-tiled roofs contrasting with the deep blue sea. Salty air fills every corner, and views appear constantly asking you to pause. There's no need to imagine anything, just listen to the waves below and watch light reflect off golden walls. Though now one of Europe's most photogenic destinations, Monemvasia is best experienced slowly, respecting residential areas and marked paths. In the end, it perfectly captures the spirit of the journey history landscape and the powerful feeling of discovering something real. So, now what was your favorite place? Closing. All over the planet, there are places where life defies logic. Villages on cliffs, cities carved into rock oases among dunes, and communities that coexist with cold or altitude with remarkable calm. Each destination reminds us of something simple yet powerful. Exploring isn't just about going far, but about seeing better, learning with respect, and experiencing responsibly, always within a safe legal framework and with proper authorization from local authorities. Which of these places surprised you the most? Would you live in any of them? Tell us in the comments what country you're watching from and which destination you'd like to visit. If you're passionate about impossible landscapes and the real stories behind them, subscribe and turn on notifications. See you on the next journey, where we'll keep exploring the boundary between nature, history, and everything still waiting to be discovered.